Hey everybody, and welcome to the Bandite stream. My name is Cedric, and yeah, welcome to part 18 of Let's Make a 3D Animated Short. How's everybody doing? It's 1 o'clock, right on time. Yeah, so last time we left off, we kind of made our first preliminary look development test of how our frame should look. I kind of played around with it. I set the color management back to sRGB and on Filmic because I guess we'll have to work with that if we want to have some satisfying results. So let's see here. We're not using curves. Hey Shiva, how you doing? Thanks for the like. If that was your like. You first again. Such dedication must be rewarded. Yes, but we still have some issues that we have to fix. So we see our boy and our dog here, and we saw with posing the boy that we still have some normal issues. So I already opened up our boy here because I want to check out what was wrong. There's a source file of our boy. Kind of see that there's some weird stuff going on here. And if we want to have a closer look at it, let's go to wireframe mode, and we can actually see that like this is the neutral pose, and then things are not kind of moving in the best sense. So we should fix that, right? So let's go to mouth upper. Yeah, we can already kind of see what's wrong here. Let's have kind of a flat matte cap. So see what's going on, and let's kind of blur this out already. We kind of want the area. Let's go to another layout, by the way. Let's single out the boy and the rig. All right, bring this up. The weight paint, yeah, okay. Kind of want also a little bit more of the area against the nose. We don't want to drag the nose along, but I kind of blur this out. There we go. It's gonna look a little bit nicer already. So of course, maybe want to have not as much weight on these vertices, but that's also because of the bendy. So we're gonna go face squish bendy here, and kind of want to blur this out and make this a little bit lighter. And I think what we want to do here is also disable the area around the nose for this bone and disable this. We don't want that much of the face squish going on, right? Blur this out a little bit. Okay. So let's see here. Still see some weirdness happening here. I should check. My music's not playing in the stream right now. Is this the... So we also have the cheek here, right? Yeah, I think this one does a lot of bad things. I don't want to remove this from the nose entirely. This is just the swelling of our cheek. I want to blur that out. Of course, the question remains: is it necessary, right? For the cheek, it does a lot good, but I think what we can try. Let's say first. Let's just delete these bones, right? Let's see what that does. We went a bit too off board with the but you can see that there's kind of missing some stretch here now, so let's undo that. So we do kind of need it. That is it back? Yeah, okay. But it's like kind of have to decide what moves with this bone and what doesn't, right? So I'm going to zoom my bending bones. I kind of want to see what I'm doing here. So you also have to be aware of our maximum poses. I mean, if this breaks, it doesn't bother us this much because it's never going to be here, right? But these are valuable lessons we can take with us to the next project, of course. So if we open this mouth a bit, yeah, this looks fine now. So let's save this, and then here, let's see if this solves these issues, right? I'm gonna save this file. Go File, open recent. So we still kind of have that issue, right? We do have. So I'm gonna check what's going on here, right? And this doesn't seem to be. It's doing the same as this, yeah. So I kind of want to make sure this doesn't move. Let's see why it is moving. Well, I know why it's moving. I think the bendy bones, you kind of have to think in another sense to these. Is that we kind of lower it here, and maybe we'll just bring more influence here. Does that make sense? I'm just gonna reiterate the and this kind of problem with the bendy bones is they're not exactly doing what I would like them to do. So now we're getting there. So now when I move the corner of the mouth up, the cheek moves with it, and that's kind of what I want to achieve, right? So that everything is kind of moving along. I think we're almost there. I think I just have to, no. Let's save here first, and then kind of drag the influence back up a little bit. There we go. Alright, I'll just remove it from the mouth corner, I think. Be a good, let me activate my screencast keys here. Yo, awesome stuff, like the eye tutorial. Yeah, welcome. It was based off the eye we made in this course, so I thought why not share it with the people that are not really following the stream. Pull this back here. The mouth starts to look better and better, right? Oh boy. Let's close your eyes again. That was scary. And I think there was some other issue here going on with the eyelid here. Not sure what happened there. But I think yeah, there we go. let's see, weight paint. Let's go to eyebrow. Yeah, I think we can soften this up a little bit. There we go. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, now this is gonna be a little bit smoother. Also, something weird happening with that bendy bone. Oh yeah, it's just too much. Too much to this direction. So let's just pull this up a little bit. There we go. No, this doesn't. So that rotation weirdness going on, but that shouldn't bother us here. It's just to make sure the thing you want to do with this is you want to be able to squish the face together, right? Very extreme here, very extreme example. There we go. Maybe not that extreme. And then we want to be able to do the opposite as well. We will kind of want to pull stuff up and pull them down here. And then that stretches the face, right? So we should actually animate this for a second. Let's keep them as where it is. Let's say we animate these bones to their location and rotation. I'm gonna go, let's say, to frame 20. Let's don't forget that I can also rotate these bones, right? All right, and then select the same bones. Now we can see if this moves like we would want to. Yeah. Can bring up the graph editor and put this on like funky animation. Or maybe I could just press T and then you can. Bound's gonna be weird, but what's happening there? No, we don't want that. I think a Quintic will work nicely. And then we can go back to our timeline here, put the end on 27, and we can see if the animation makes sense from all directions, right? We can bring up the rest of its elements. We can maybe open his eyes, see how it looks with his eyes open. There we go. There's some life coming into him. Yeah, and it looks like he's looking angry, right? And then maybe we could. I mean, this is kind of important, an important step. Yeah, the graph. Well, let's go to frame 45. Let's go to frame 35. And let's animate him in another pose, right? So where he's smiling. just have to. There we go. Oh, looks kind of good. One thing I want to do yet, maybe a pose where he kind of looks shocked. We're just gonna go in here. We could use auto keying, but where is the last keyframe? Yeah, let's go back to it. Let's put a keyframe here. Okay, now. Because the individual poses might look good, but you have to keep in mind that the animation between looks natural as well. There we go. Just select the ones you want to animate. There we go. Okay, use rotation. Yeah, I kind of want to. Now we can see here that we have an issue here with the chin, for instance. We can actually weight paint. Or weight painting something wrong. Hello. Yes. Ooh. That shouldn't happen. Okay. Let's go weight paint. Oh yeah, I have to enable overlays. Let's go to our head here. I can only kind of see what's going on. Yeah, so this is kind of weird. So let me save real quick. There we go. I kind of want to blur it out here. Yeah, this vertex still has a little bit of an issue. Let me pause it real quick. So there seems to be something weird going on here. Yeah, I think this is the jaw. Yep. I want to blur this out. What's going on here? Object mode. Yeah. Look at him being animated and all. Looks kind of good. Of course, we still have like minor issues here, but I think those will be fixed once we enable. Where is it? Where's the simplify option? It should be here, right? Oh yeah, simplify, there we go. Let's smooth it out. Yeah, it's normal that there's a crease there, I think. So yeah, it's look good. Hold on. All right, back. Let's see here. So now that we got this solved, let's reload this file. Normally this should be fixed. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Now our scene looks a little bit nicer. All right. And like that way, on every iteration where we fix something, it just gets better, right? See, there's some depth of field with the camera going on. So there's a second camera. Let's see what's going on. Camera settings. Come on, I want to select the camera. Okay. Oh, come on, Blender, don't be weird about this. Oh, I'm in post mode. Okay, it was my mistake. Sorry. I guess I should put the focus on the eyes. That doesn't work. Does it not keep in mind the pose? That is super duper weird. So it should be on 6.8, not on 6.1. It's even further. Yeah, but I think like the f-stop might be a bit harsh. So let's put it on 2.8. All right, so we were also checking our lighting. Now we could do that. Put the color management back. Let's try another iteration of this, right? Because we want to nail this down. I mean, if we get tired of it, I'm just gonna delete every light I have. In the meantime, I'm gonna check if my simplify is still on. Yes, good. And the filmic. We just go very low contrast. Or very high contrast. I think I'm gonna go for the very low contrast and then just add contrast, because if I should still be able to add a light and really pump this image, right? If I 50 watt, yeah. Right. This kind of also, I think, a little bit more conveys the image that it's raining. I think I made this expression a bit too sassy. There we go. It's a bit better. Yeah, cool. So how do we pump this up? How do we can look at reference. We actually have this, look, we had this reference image, right? We collected some reference images. So let me go in here, load. Yes. So we have some nice, like this, for instance. But this is, of course, during a bright night sky. So, I kind of, we like the grass, we kind of already nailed the color here. We might just, whoops, we might just go into our world settings. Let's go to shading. Let's put it again on world, on rendered, and then just maybe, I will just pump this up a little bit, you know. A little bit more saturated, a little bit more bright. Okay, not sure why this is not changing. Oh, there we go. I could get some more contrast, but I don't want the clouds to be too distracting. I think this is fine. I can still fix some issues here, right? This guy overall a little bit darker, but adding a little bit more contrast too. Let's just make it a little bit. It's kind of a harsh transition here. So I'm just gonna lighten up this color a bit. Make it less dark blue. Let's try it again. And well, I think the highlights work a bit better. If you just look around here. Yeah. Definitely. Cool. So, where did we put our sun? Is it shining on our, yeah. Well, it's technically our moon, I guess. Technically, this should still be an overcast something, right? So, it's good that we have soft shadows enabled. I think we have those enabled. Yes, good. And then I think by increasing our angle to 30 degrees, we can really soften up the shadow that it doesn't leave any hard shadows. But I think, for instance, this shadow is okay, right? Because here there's going to be more light than under the tree. So having these shadows on the face really sell the image as it is. Right. So that also makes us rethink where our key light should be. Didn't I make a lighting window here? General layout. Call this lighting. Cool. Now in here. Excuse me. Adding some volumetric lighting with rays from the moon. It's night at the moment. I hope you can tell. Well, I mean, sure, this could be a really dark storm at day. Well, it already has some volumetric lights. So now it's really misty because these volumetrics are really. But I think, yeah, adding too much rays to this would maybe give away too much that, well, it would indicate that there's a huge light here somewhere, but I don't think we want to indicate that. Well, let's go to our volume. Can lower our density a little bit more. There we go. Can also just lower our color here. Bring back some of that contrast. See how this looks up in the close-up. That looks fine. All right. So. Oh, hi Stephen. How you doing? So how can we spice this up even more? Hey Amar, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Just looking at reference now. I mean, usually the colors are very desaturated, not even this blue. But I think because our entire short will almost... I mean, of course, at the end when we have the sun, we'll have way more vibrant colors, and that'll reflect the mood of the characters. So that's nice. So let's just start adding some lights again, right? So let's add an area light, just for good measure. Go to our character. Let's give it a kind of extra, a little bit of a boost to to our character. Let's also keep the lights neutral for now. Come on, let's rotate. Yes, very good. So I could put these, we want them in our lights collection. There you go. Now we can disable them and enable them. You can actually see what difference it makes. It's very subtle, but it kind of highlights the guys a little bit more. And of course we can improve these lights, make them even brighter, and make them just a little bit more bluish. Maybe towards the purplish a little bit. And the fill lights. Like, we only want to make sure that we're not lighting up the let's just disable our balloons here. I mean, if we have a shot from here, it's going to be mega obvious, of course, but for wide shots, we're not going to have the specific lights. Maybe just one to kind of like, the two most important things is that our characters look nice and it looks believable that we're at night. And the second thing is that we want to keep our lighting consistent throughout the entire short. Lower the specularity of our fill light. Now I kind of want to add a rim light to really make the characters pop. But of course, I don't know how possible this is gonna be in this environment. So this just adds a little bit. Let's pump this up. But this we can make very colorful, right? And then it just adds a little bit of this rim on the hair, which looks very nice. And we can make it bigger and maybe even add it on the tree. Put it on 80. You can see if you disable and enable, I might even pump it up a little bit more to 120. Let's see what we can do with the colors here. What happens if we turn this to certain colors? There we go. On Blender to Paint, we can use a background picture like Old's version. I think you can, yeah. I mean, there's lots of ways to do that, right? You can. I don't think it's in the toolbar anymore. I think. No, it's not in the toolbar anymore. But you could attach a background picture to your camera view. You can add them in your world settings as a background that is locked to the camera. Just put your texture coordinate on view or camera. Yeah, but the old way, no, it's not there anymore. You can just attach, you can import images as planes. No. All right. Cool. Cool. Yeah. I think that's... I think we only need to test out one more thing. Where's our cup, actually? Did we import our cup? Oh, we didn't rename this. This is our trunk. Our set trunk. Set dash trunk. My lovely lady trunk. This is all fine. I just want to check it. Oh, yeah, it's here. Hello there. Do we want to hide the cup? Keep. Oh. What is this? Okay. Huh, weird. We're just stuck with this, huh? Okay. There's another thing we haven't considered yet. Bless you.
Thanks.
Is the water? But I think that's pretty easy. If we just add a circle here. Fill up circle. I want to keep this. Yeah, because it's gonna be two steady shots. We don't need any water simulation. Gonna be a bit too fancy for our needs. I do see maybe here a problem with the resolution of the texture. It's really pixely. I want to already check that out because, huh? Is it a? Okay. I kind of want to put this on smart. This is how the pixels get interpolated in between the. If we put this on smart, then we're not gonna see the pixels. It's gonna be a bit blurry, but it's not gonna be too distracting as the other option. All right. So I just want to put this down. I'm just gonna make something like this. Make sure it doesn't pop out. And call this. Oh no, where is this? Water. I'm gonna just put this in a new collection called FX. Fancy effects and stuff. The only thing we have to do with this is just I think it will look nicest if we put it on metallic with a roughness on 0. It's gonna be really reflective. Yeah. I'll put the roughness a little bit up, right? Maybe just for cartoony effects, maybe a little bit blue. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it refractive or something. There's not too much to refract in there. Anyway, so as long as this looks nice, it looks nice, right? Gonna make sure that we maybe have a reflection here if you put this in the frame. But yeah, this looks nice. This is fine. The only other effects you have to, yeah, Kegi. I was coming to that. The only other effects we have to add is the rain, right? So we now get challenged with adding a real-time rain to Eevee and finding a way to do that. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. I have a couple of vague ideas. Okay, let's brainstorm about this, you know? Let's go here, let's add a text editor, and let's just brainstorm some options. We could do fluid simulation, right? Simulation. We could just do a particle simulation. Within that, we could do real drops with motion blur, but I think that's just gonna look a bit weird. Or we could do fake drops, right? And I think the fluid simulation is gonna be way too complicated. I mean, we could also add it, of course, as a post-processing, well, a post effect, basically, not do it in 3D. Hey, Amal, how you doing? I'm doing. Yeah, how you doing? Bye bye. Ah, Stephen, you're gone. Okay, goodbye, Stephen. Goodbye. But we don't want to add it as a post effects because we have to do this in the compositor of Blender. This is going to be a bit too hard. Alright, so I think we're going for the fake drops, because then we'll have the most creative freedom, right? Right, let's do this. I'm just gonna do this in the lighting tab real quick. I'm gonna add a plane. Right. This, first we're gonna disable our characters in our set, because I want this to look as real time as possible. Let's also disable our lights. These are actually our character lights. Right. And then our sun still has to have a collection, and that'll be our satellites. Not satellites, but satellites. Alright. Okay. This will rename. Actually, I want to enable my set because we want to already control if it's with what it intersects and all that good stuff. Let's go one frame earlier. Let's go here. I want to make it come from here, and I kind of want to make something stylistic, right? Where you kind of already see the silhouette of where it's not raining, though. I will add rains to the drop, but that you can clearly see that it's kind of raining down, and it's safe under the tree, because we want to convey that message. And although you wouldn't see this in real life, it might be nice to do that. I could do grease pencil rain. Oh yeah, sure. I mean, how we make the particle. Let's can still decide on that, right? But okay. So in the shading, I just really quickly, although we can just go to particle. Let's go back to lighting. Yeah, there is a setting for that. I don't know if it works for Eevee. Let's go to particles and add a emitter. And then in the render, don't show emitter. And if we now, I just put this into frame and render. Will this render the emitter? Or? No. Okay, so that's good. Okay. All right. So yeah, we could make it a grease pencil particle, but I think that might be making this a little bit too complicated. I mean, it's cool you can do that, right? But I just want to add a cube. It's gonna be this small and yay high. It's just gonna be stripes, right? We're just gonna make this shade smooth so you don't see any sharp curves. And it kind of looks weird from up close, but these are small raindrops, right? I'm gonna make it smaller. Alright, now we just very briefly go to shading. And I think I actually don't want to give them the principled shader, of course. I think I just want to give them an emission shader. And then it doesn't even matter how... and the ring even glows a little bit, which could be kind of cool. Yeah, let's check out how it looks. Right? So, we're going back to our particle emitter. And let's go to render as object. And we still have to rename this to rain emitter. And this cube to rain particle. And then we can both move these into the particles collection, new collection, rain. There we go. Cool. And then in the rain emitter, we're gonna do render object, instance object is gonna be the rain particle. Right? Okay, go back to lighting so that we have our timeline here. Now, now we see tiny little particles because we have to change some things, of course. I'm gonna set the scale just to 1, so that's the same scale as our object here. So now we can already check that. So yeah, they're falling very slow. What we want to do is physics. We don't want to give it any mass, right? Because, yeah, and then you're like, but then how does it fall with gravity? It still falls with gravity. Why does it do that? I just want to disable gravity then, I guess. Where is this in 2.8? Hello? Gravity. Turn that off. And the reason I want to turn off gravity, because yeah, now our rain is not going to fall. But since rain, like, it falls for so long, we don't need physics on this. We don't need gravity physics. We just need to say fall down. We're just going to our gravity. And then we're just going to our velocity. And then on the normal, we're just going to put like minus 40, maybe. There we go. And, oh yeah, because I animated the camera. I think I have to remove the... I'll put this on frame 140 or something. And this doesn't look half bad already. Right? Of course you want way more particles. And you want to make sure that they die when they pass the ground, so he doesn't have to calculate too many particles. So frame end. We're just gonna check when the first frame passes for 39, so lifetime is gonna be 39 frames. There we go. Oh, and new simulation. Come on, resimulate. There we go. That might still be. I might even do this on. Yeah, I mean 30 is fine. There we go. And it's so sad that they don't have a number per second, but you have to define how many frames you want to. Let's say I go to 250 here, then it's gonna drop way more particles. No, no, it is per second. Is it? Total number of particles between the frame start and end. We could do this, of course, with saying, with putting an expression in here, right? But then we still all the time need to change that expression. Let's go to 5,000 particles. Let's go to frame 1. And if we... This kind of looks cool, right? I don't know if I should look at the play thing. Let's just make a render here. Let's check how this looks already. Yeah. So this is how they look. So we kind of want to turn on the scale. Although I rather have the scale still on 1, but go to the rain particle. So edit modes, press A so I have everything selected, Alt S. And then just with Shift, I'm gonna go and make these real thin. There we go, maybe even a bit longer. Alright. This should look now. And we can't really play it, but if you keep on one frame, you kind of see how it looks in one frame. And we can kind of imagine how it looks. But now in the render, you don't see them, so that's amazing. But I think this is because they weren't simulated. Why are they not being simulated? Come on, give me the red bar. This is so weird. I don't understand this playback. Oh, thanks for the likes, guys. Yeah, let's just assume it looks like this, right? What I want to add now is another plane. It's bigger. Yeah, there we go. I kind of want to put it in the tree. So if you go to wireframe, I just want to make this about the size of the tree. Yeah. There we go. That should be good. Yeah. I just want to put on in its object properties to visibility to not show in renders. Right? This is gonna be our rain stopper, and I'm gonna put this in the rain particles. And then in the rain emitter, we should be able, if I'm not mistaken, we don't want to make it collide, but there should be field weights? No, force field tags. I'm thinking of the fluid simulation where you could just intake the particles. How do we do this though? Let's check if the deflector kinda works. So rain. Oh, that's collection. No. Down hit. Oh yes, we can make them down hit, but then the rain stopper has to be on a different collection. So I'm gonna make a new collection and say rain hitter, I guess. Cool. And then in our emitter, can go back to our collision and then rain hitter. Okay, and then I'm gonna test if this works. No. Okay, why doesn't this work? Let's go back to look diff. Let's go back to the renders. I mean, the good part is that already kind of looks like rain, right? The bad part is it's not doing what I want. Okay, so let's make time. So I kind of want the rain stopper maybe to be a cube, right? Shift N. Oh, that's gonna be necessary, but hey. All right. Wow, our simulation is way slower suddenly, and still not working. The rain hits. Just making sure that it hits it. Yeah, the rain still goes through. I mean, another solution, but that would be kind of a dirty trick, is to because we're gonna have to have different emitters for different shots, right? But for most of the shots, it's gonna be easy. Just put this behind the tree, right? And then if you emulate this, once it's there and you have your shot, it's raining. A little bit more, I guess. It's behind the tree, right? That's gonna be easy. But I mean, we could cheat it by putting 3 different emitters here, and that the emitters in the middle die when they're in the tree. Hey Vikas, welcome to the stream. I'm good, and you? I had to mess with yeah, so what I'm always saying, we could do that. We could do it manually. But I kind of want to have this done automatically, and let's see here. Wait, maybe I should... Now I'm thinking of something. Can I... No. There's not a... Is there still a bug somewhere? 4 years and 11 months ago. Something really... Okay. So we'll just have to... Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I'm all like you say, it would work, but it's... we kind of want the rain still on top here, right? And we could make 3 different emitters. Like, and that would look like... if we do this, and then split them, and then separate by loose parts, and then the middle one, I give a new particle setting, and I would put the lifetime on like, I'm gonna guess on 8. That's a bit longer. Let's say 15. So yeah, that's gonna work, right? That's gonna do exactly what I want. I think these other particles are dying too soon. It's on 45. Now we kind of still want to make this look good, right? So we can hide the rain stopper. So, and now if we just move one of these emitters, I think, yeah, if there's no other way, we'll have to do it this way. Closer to the camera. And we still have the feeling that there's some rain in front, but not that much, of course. If now go back to frame 1. Yeah, I definitely want to lower these ones in the front. If we just emulate this, so now it kind of looks like it gives a feel that it's not raining under the tree, right? I'm not sure if the grease pencil would have been simpler and quicker. I mean, the problem is, if you're spawning a lot of particles, you want them to be as simple as possible, because otherwise, like, even if you're making iterations, a grease pencil object is still a little bit more complex than a simple cube. And if you spawn 5,000 grease pencil drawings, I think that's not going to be as performant. Also, like, it's just a straight line, right? So not sure what benefits the grease pencil will bring there. Anyway, I kind of want to make the rain a little bit faster as well. So I think I made it a little bit too slow. So we can just, there's going to be one emitter. It's not going to be changed. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, that's because, whoops, I'm gonna select this one. Yeah, I'm gonna also make this a separate one. Right, so this is gonna be our front rain. I'm just gonna rename them. Yeah, this is gonna be our normal rain. I'm gonna put this back on 5,000. Boom. And this is going to be our tree rain. Cool, Cool. Now this should look something like this. And what I kind of already want to do is these two, maybe put a little bit more up in front so that the rain kind of falls on the hill as opposed to, yeah, so now there's a little bit of overlap here, which will make it a little bit more realistic. Yeah, and then I have a little bit of motion blurs added. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the fact that you can use like grease pencil shapes as particles is cool, especially if you want to have some particles in 2D animation. But yeah, we already kind of have what we want. Maybe scale the Z down quite a bit. So now, of course, with the rain, kind of maybe did a boo-boo on the hill here. So we have our hill here. We kind of want the roughness to go down, right? Maybe also want to put in a roughness map here. So we kind of get the reflection of the tree here. Let's see what happens if I render it. Okay. So we have render time of 8 seconds now. Just impressive. Without the rain. So I kind of got a glossy reflection here, which might be nice. Then I'm gonna put in some noise into that. A color ramp. So I wanna push this here. So now we're kind of creating puddles. It's gonna look more awesome. Just increase the scale a bit. Detail maybe. Nah, distortion is not gonna help us here. And then just increase this one a bit, of course. Decrease this by a lot. That's a little bit more subtle. But then it kind of breaks up the scene a little bit more as well. I'm still distracted by the world a little bit. As one does, you know. Because we have our clouds here. But then we have a color here that is supposed to be the rest of the sky. And I kind of want to kind of looking for a better color here because it's that's not bad. Music grass should have a little bit of a different color. Hello? Hill? Oh, there you go to object. And make that a little bit less green. Maybe bring in a little bit more of that. Although, I maybe want to scale up the texture again. What am I doing? Oh. Yeah, this is gonna make it look a lot nicer. So now it's more broken up, it's a little bit more random, and we see a lot more texture in here. This is definitely gonna help. Alright. So what I might do off stream is render out this entire animation. Back to lighting. Just to see how the rain looks once it's And we can add motion blur, right? Keep this on what it is. I think the rain falling straight down is great. So I could add some like degree of like it going a little bit sheer. I think I just want to increase more the amount of particles. Let's go to 8,000. I hope it doesn't crash on us. Let's go 6,000 for the center one. And then in our shading of our rain particle, so let's select our rain particle in our outliner here. We maybe want to make the rain a little bit darker. So it's there, but it doesn't dominate the scene, right? Maybe a little bit lighter. So what I'm gonna do off stream is just render out the entire animation. So what we want to do here is set our frame start to -100 to 250. So the thing that's gonna do is just that the rain is already here once we start playing. I think we just have to put it on -50. Put this one on -50, and also front rain emitter. There we go. Put some -40. There we go. This is now frame 1, but I don't know if I render this now, if the frame is already going to be included. Yeah, so this is what happens. Don't ask me why. You can animate the texture with noise so that the reflection looks a little moving. Oh yeah, oh that's actually a good way, but I think I know a better way for this. But it's a good suggestion because I think what you mean is to add some rain splashes, right? I mean, I think I would do this with the vector texture Voronoi, because we could add circles, right? We can add a lot of circles. And then if you do a vector bump or height, and we convert the color ramp the other way around, and there we go. Just want to create nice little things like this. All right, and then yeah, we could use a noise to go over this. So we could use a texture noise that would so this is just white circles, right? And then we can use a color mix RGB multiply with the factor of a noise to animate those things. Oh, you're talking about a wet map. Oh, I want to do this way. Let's convert a color ramp. Alright, so check and multiply. Just want to increase the scale of this, increase the... Yeah, we definitely want to increase the... We just want here and there some of them to pop up, right? So now, if we animate the Z location slightly, come on. Yeah, you get this kind of noise. Right? We go to the bump map. This might work. So I'm just gonna save this, by the way. I'm gonna add a driver. No, wait, I know what I can do. Input is another pro tip, not value. Input attribute. No, it is value. Input value, yeah. And then you do, what was it, hashtag frame? Yes. So now if you play, this will just increase with the frame. So this is fully procedural now, we don't have to animate this. So that's cool. And then we just do, oh yeah, but we can't plug it into this, so we kind of have to cheat it. So we do a converter math. I just divide this by, let's say, 20, or even more, 50. And then, how do we bring the result now? Output value, no. Okay, what we can do here is edit the expression, this frame, and divide it by 50 or something. Okay, cool, that should be good. And then in Z here, we can actually add the driver here, so we can just do frame split through 50, right? Without Python expression. But it works. No, it doesn't. Okay. Damn it. Let's see here. We can wait. Let me delete driver. Let me just type in here hashtag frame 250. That'll work, right? Yeah. Cool. Okay. And now vector. Should we just add these two? Vector math, there we go. And add this vector to the other one. Will that work? Yes. And then if we go back to our lining. Ooh, this actually works pretty well. It's pretty soft, but it is there. So we're just gonna pop some numbers in. So we're gonna pump up the strength, definitely, and I'm gonna put the scale of the noise maybe to 90, and then by the same put this on 200, just to make it a little bit more obvious. And yeah, it looks like rain is falling here, so that's great. Maybe I want to put some 500s. Maybe it goes a little bit smoother then. Oh yeah, now they're fading out. Ooh, that is cool. Yeah, so this looks really good. Ooh, wow. I might make a tutorial out of this. Yeah, sweet. Maybe the strength can be pumped up a little more, so a little bit more obvious, because we're not gonna see it from close, right? This can make it more. I think like the strength was good, but I think maybe we want to see more of it, the effect. Kind of hard to see now. Oh, there we go. Kind of moving along. It doesn't bother me that much. Yeah, looks good. I mean, from afar it looks really good. Can't wait to render this out. Which frame are we? There we go. Cool. And then of course we wanna, the thing we wanna avoid, or add to this, of course. So we have this, but we kinda wanna add a color ramp of a texture gradient from our UV map. And then we want to have this on radial -0.5, -0.5. How is this? Oh yeah, it's radial. Whoops. We want it on spherical. There we go. Right, we just want to pump this down to under the tree and pump the white up here. Let's do a small gradient. I actually want this the other way around, so we want this to be black and the other one to be white. And then we can just very easily do texture, color, there it is, MixRGB, multiply, and then it should not, oh, there we go, it shouldn't pop up under the tree, so that's nice. There we go. So yeah, now it's only raining, but it can still be wet under the tree, doesn't really. So yeah, now it keeps, now it is dry under the tree, so that's cool, cool. But we still have these nice rain detail. I mean, there's still kind of, I mean, I think it's less obvious when, I think it's going to be more obvious when, once it's animated. I mean, we could go one step further. We have our roughness here. We could do, so with this result, we could invert it. Right. And have a color MixRGB for the roughness. So put this on multiply. Blind. So that the raindrops. No, actually we don't want to invert this, right? We want this added. No, we want it just no. I was right the first time. I think we actually want to add a color ramp so we can fine tune it a little bit more. So I'm just gonna switch around the white and the black, and then just push the black up, so that where we have these puddles, it turns to a full glossy texture for a second, right? I'm not sure if it's gonna be super visible. I'm just gonna add a timeline here. It's gonna look weird, but it's gonna enable us to. So, for instance, here we now have roughness 0 in between. I think that should be, yeah, it's gonna be obvious here, right? So we see these small splashes. I think it should be a little bit faster, the animation. So I'm just gonna go to this driver. I'm gonna say 250. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be better. Cool. Now we have a little bit more of a realistic look to our scene. So our characters again. And there they sit under the tree. That's of course like chopping off a bit. Oh, why is it raining here? Oh, that's because the camera is Where's the camera? Oh, it shouldn't be raining here. Oh boy. I think that's because, yeah, it's this one. I think the lifetime is a little bit too long. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Let's put our other emitter down here so he's actually raining down on this shot as well, just to make our testing a little bit easier. And then in this shot, have it up here. You can also see the difference between. So yeah, this still conveys the message pretty well. Cool. What else can we add to make this fancier? You can use backlight to increase the visibility of the bombs. Yeah. I mean, we kind of already have a reflection of the world here, which we can kind of pump up, I guess. The strength is on 12 now. But we could pump this up. But I think it's fine how it is now. Could we make this really dark? Get the silhouette. Oh, that kind of keeps on 12. Maybe put it a little bit lower. Yeah. And if we go to our characters here, and maybe turn on our character lights, and then notice that your character lights are way too warm. The probably might be a bit too much. Let's go back and forward to make the scene look very nice, you know. Oh yeah, just a little bit of fill light here. Yeah, so now we see that the ground isn't as even as before, and our entire scene becomes a little bit nicer to look at. All right, so I think we're almost ready to animate this, maybe. Animation is going to be a tough process. So let's see here. Oh, you know what we can do next? Let's make a running animation for the boy. So then I can render out the two things by next time, and we can see how everything reacts with each other, right? So let's make a new file here. Let's just link. Let's go to our animation project. Let's go to our final boy. Our final boy. Let's open up objects and body boy and all this other good stuff. Not the raincoat yet. I'm avoiding the raincoat for now. Delete the default cube like we always do. Right? And of course we want to go. Come on, Blender. What are you doing? What's happening? There we go. I want to save this file, so we're gonna go to 10. It's a new step, animation test, and we're gonna make the boy run. It's gonna be exciting. So we're gonna make a proxy of our rig, yes, and we're gonna hide the original rig here. All right, and I'm gonna enable my main body parts here. Oh yeah, we want to go to viewport display, put this in front. Nice. All right, So on my other screen, I'm gonna put up a reference. So running animation. If I just look this up in Google Images, I should get a nice reference here somewhere, one would suppose. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. This one will do. Ooh. Yes, all right, so of course when I find this on the other way, so let's go with this. Yes, how long do we want to make? I think because it's a boy, it's gonna be tick 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 tick. How long do we want the steps to be? Like tick 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 tick. Okay, that's about go in here. Wow, why is oh, simplify so that we can preview this in real time, or close to real time at least. Let's make sure we're in real time, because yeah. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, a little bit longer. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Just checking like how long. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but I'm trying to figure out the speeds. Yeah, I think it's probably good. Let's make this 16 to make ourselves a little bit easier on the symmetry of the frames. All right, so we want to start out. So animation. Let's go to our animation window here. Oh! Excuse me. I kind of want to change some stuff here, so we don't need 2 windows. But I do want to see the graph editor. Woo! Oh, and we have a timeline then here, so that's nice. We can have a small window here, I guess. Doesn't really matter. So the way I want to animate this, actually to save us some time, or well, to not be fiddling around too much with curves and stuff, I am going to do this pseudo stop motion. But this will still be a smooth animation, so you'll see what I mean. We're going to check how it looks. Hey String Fairy, thanks. So, let me find a way to put the live stream chat on. Select that running animation somewhere. There we go. Good. So, I first want to go from 1 to 8 to actually mirror his pose. Right. I still want to put this on 15 because we're going to animate to 16, but that's going to be our duplicate. Oof. Actually, shouldn't allow this to be able to stretch, but hey, what are you gonna do? Well, yeah, I'm just gonna straight up animate the feet first. I don't have that much experience in animation, so we'll see how that goes. So and our hips, right? I'm gonna put this on location and rotation, and also our knees, by the way. Although I think we can be pretty safe that our knees are gonna be constantly. We're gonna animate them if we need to, right? All right, and then I wanna copy these keyframes to frame 16. And on frame 8, which is halfway, I want to select these 3. Oh, didn't we copy this for all of them? What a shame. There we go. I want to pose, copy pose, and then paste pose flipped. Right? And then we go lock rotation. So now we have duk, 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 duk. There you go, running animation. No. There's a couple more steps here. But I can already kind of see if this makes sense. So, in between he has to go up and down, right? So I think like I want to split this to, let's see here. I'm gonna put auto animate on, otherwise I have to, where is it? Oh, here. So I'm gonna put this down. Oh, I animated everything. No. So let's go down here and go up here, and should have. And we can just copy these, and then on frame 11, I think. Oh no, just one frame in front. Yeah, this is still janky. Of course, it's not gonna be that easy. But then I can get a feel for how his running animation would look and timing. I think we're good. So on the low, we kind of want to already have the foot here on the floor. And this foot is kind of okay. And then on the high, kind of want to be stepping off and maybe move this foot a little bit higher. So it's gonna look nice. So again, we're gonna go in here, copy this. Well, copy the pose. Oh, it's just Control C. Can I? Oh, okay. So Control C, and we're going to frame 10, and just Control Shift V. Right, and we're just going to here, Control C, and Control Shift V. And so now we already, kind of have a better running animation that looks better. Cool. That looks already kind of sweet. Gotta hop off in a bit. Oh, I think I will use Grease Pencil this weekend for a few of the topic drawings. I can do Inktober with Grease Pencil if you really want to be funky with that. So we already kind of have some running here, right? I kind of want to animate the back and the head a little bit. So maybe first the shoulders. Let's see here. So on the extreme is with the extremes of the legs. So let's just go to frame 1. Kind of want to counter animate the shoulders, right? So there we go. And then once we're on the other extreme at frame 8, we want to flip these over. So it's just gonna be like, oh, and then of course we want to copy this pose to frame 16, right? That's already gonna be our. I mean, we're not gonna adjust any curves yet because yeah, we're gonna do that later. Once we have animated everything, because now it's still like a little bit janky. It's like a little bit whoop 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 whoop. So if we select everything in here, we can kind of see also where the errors of trying to loop this are gonna come up. We should actually put all our vectors here to to vector. There we go. And also with the first frames. But that's not going to be right for everything. So we're going to have to see what we're going to do with that. Yeah, but let's just keep everything on standard for now. So the other thing I want to animate are the arms. So every time a shoulder moves to an extreme, we also have an extreme position for the arm, right? So we can put in secondary animation later and stuff. So one thing we want to do, I'm gonna turn off auto keying, and I'm gonna make the the fingers into a fist, right? Because that doesn't need to be animated. I mean, I'm sure somebody will tell me I have to animate the hands as well, but alright. I'm just gonna C, show V, blah. Here we go. And then we just wanna make it so that, I mean, I can even put the shoulders up a bit to really sell this. There we go. Let's select our bones that we deformed here. I'm gonna press lock rot because I didn't auto key them. I think that's fine. So Control C, Control V. We're going to our middle here and Control Shift V, right? Alright, so these are animated on this, yes. And then, of course, on our other ends, we have our fists going forward. Kind of may want to lower the shoulder a little bit as well. There we go. And I think I want to maybe, let me turn on auto keying. I kind of want to have him a little bit more forward. Let's go into spine. Let's actually remove the rotation keys here, because I just want to have him. There we go. I'm not animating this. These are just the ones that are going to be consistent, right? So it kind of leaps forward a bit. Maybe just with his chest still puffed a bit. Alright. And then what we can do, if you want to rotate this, we can just ever so slightly rotate it a little bit. Now we just have to counter animate the head, right? So we're going to frame 8. We're gonna right, and then we're going to frame 16. We're gonna rotate this again. There we go. Let me put on my screencast key so you know what I'm doing. There we go. So now, I want to see. So we post this. Oops. No, this bone. Press Control C. Press Control V. And press Control Shift V. I think the hip rotation might have been a bit too much, so I'm just gonna leave that as is. Let's make sure I'm just rotating on the x-axis here. Okay. Yeah, we're missing a little bit of schwung, I think, on the extreme here. So I'm just gonna go bring this forward. I think I wanna have this like this. Yeah, sure. Let's copy this. Let's copy this flipped. And that's all here, right? Yeah, so this brings a little bit more schwung. Ein bisschen Schwung. Let's also turn on our facial. I'm just gonna go to uh-oh. Don't crash. Hello, Blender? I'm just gonna wait for a second. I touched up the freeze topic a bit this morning for the updated thumbnail. Oh, cool. I also made the Inktober entries. You want to see them whilst Blender is calculating how it wants to crash? Let's good for my, it's a little bit of self-promo. There you go. Wait, let me not have my screen for my live streaming on my streaming room. So here you go. These are my until now. Just have to. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, the name is Chanting Gens, same as my Twitter. Yeah, try to draw some things. It's very cool. Oh, and here's me meeting Mads Mikkelsen with my girlfriend. It's pretty cool. I don't want to brag, but humble brag. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. But yeah. She's laughing. So, oh, look at this. Lander came back. It did something, didn't it? Come on. What are you doing? Save. It's still... Wait, something's going on. Oh, there we go. What happened? Okay. Everything is working again. So let's save real quick. Not sure what happened. There. So it's become look a little bit angry. And of course, I was a little bit more forward. So yeah, now we can kind of get an animation here. Of course, it's slowing down. It's with the shaders on. It's not gonna run real time. It should, but yeah, maybe have one viewport less. Thanks, Yuga, and thanks, Amar. Yeah, I'm learning to draw. So. Because I want to be a better storyboard artist, so or a better artist in general. And I think drawing for if you're a 3D artist, I think drawing helps a lot to improve your sculpting and your modeling as well, and understanding like base principles of 2D. To yeah. Oh, Amar, that would be cool. Yeah, I was also thinking about filming my Inktober stuff and putting it on the channel, but I think that would be too much work. I think there's this YouTube artist who she uploads every day, but I think she does this great. But I think in combination with the streams and everything, I don't have the time for it. Might do one at the end of Inktober. If I'm at the best of my capabilities. Another thing I want to test is I want to add a plane. Just real quickly, maybe add some ambient occlusion, so I can see if he clips through the plane, right? So we can go to wireframe mode. I mean, he clips through. This is real time now, right? And I think that's nice. It's a nice silhouette to it. And you can, yeah, now you can see kind of like how this isn't the most optimal way of doing stuff. So we kind of want to go here and see where our mistakes are. I kind of can already see that. Oh, that's fine, yeah. You can see if I... Yeah, that's not gonna work. We kind of have to go. I'm just gonna start with the feet. Wow, got him. And see where. I think something weird is going on here, but I think that's the. Yeah, that's fine. So it kind of lags down behind. The same happens here with the other foot. The thing I may want to do is just copy these frames and then here paste them so that the alignment is good. So now it should loop. I mean, you could do this automatically, right? If we select these and we do, where's this button? Key, F curve modifier. No, that's not it. Where is it? View, no, key. It's definitely a key somewhere. Oh, hey, Scott. You're back from Rome. How was Rome? A nice trip? Mm-hmm. There is a way to loop these, right? Okay. Well, the thing I just want to do is the frames. These frames, I just want to paste here. I'm just going to do it manually. And then, yeah, I also want to paste them. Come on. Can't do that. Just paste them here and then move them. Go on X. How far is this? Four frames. Okay, there we go. And now it's gonna look way better. Let's just extend to the double like 30. Oh, I didn't do this for all the. Okay, it was a mistake. We're just gonna delete these keyframes. There we go. Now I'm just gonna select all of them. Good. I'll just go here, 3 frames further. And you just need the next frame. This will help us. And here we need. This is gonna be 4 frames ahead, so just put this one to 3, 4. There we go. Now we can kind of see where the animation kind of jigs up a little bit, right? It's fine now, I think. And modifier loop, is that it? Oh. Okay, so if I just delete this keyframe and delete this keyframe, right? Modifier cycles? Oh. Modifier. Copy F modifiers. And then paste F modifiers. No. It's just gonna add it for one. Oh, that is not good. Copy. It's just gonna be always on the. Hold on, be right back. Alright, back. So just send a short text message to a friend. Alt while creating the cycles. Oh, really? So if I just. Oh yeah, wait, I have to. No, it doesn't really. It doesn't do the thing, but I think it's fine. So, say just holding Alt, Control. Just gonna test everything now. Nope. Nope. Or is it, oh, wait, do you mean like copying an alt paste? No. No. Okay. Doesn't matter. It looks fine as it is. Cool. Go into our shaded look here. We're gonna render this later and see how it looks. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna take the time later to render these out, and so we actually have something to show next time. But the running animation already looks good. So this makes you kind of more motivated for the, I think we do have some issues here with the, how the, so let's fix that. Let's go back to our, we don't actually have our boy open now. So let's open another Blender instance. What can go wrong? All right, let's open. Let's go here. Let's ignore this. Let's go in here, hide our jacket. Let's go into weight paint. I should just go to, and let's see here. Our spine. I think what happens here is also like, let's test this out on our rig run. So this is the thing that happens, right? Well, I think this is an issue that will look fine once it's let's go to wireframe. Yeah, the should have checked that first. Here's kind of like a lot. I want to see what causes this. Oh, it's because the shoulder is a little bit too much tucked in, I guess. Oh yeah, and the arm is moving a little bit too much. Okay, that's the issue. So I think like this might be a bit too harsh. So let's just fix that. Okay. Let's go to weight paint. Solid. Let's go to shoulder. Let's disable our bones for a second. Yeah, we can see here it's a bit too harsh. So I'm just gonna smooth this out, right? And maybe also our arm. Yeah, it's already kind of smoothed, I think, because we auto normalize, and especially here. Like, kind of want to disable this here. So let's just go to weight 0. And let's just take this away from the arm. Take it all away. My name is Sean Connery. Let's save it. Let's save this one. And let's open it again. Yeah, look, now it's way more smoothed. So that's nice. Cool. Now we have our boy running. Nice, that's already the animation we need for our first shot. Right. No, I don't know from the top of my head. Yeah, I guess there's something for it, but it's not really super important. All right. And this is still an issue. This is still bothering me. This is a new import as well, right? No. I still don't get why this doesn't work. There's no more bones here. Because for all I can see, oh no, it doesn't work here either. But it's this bone, right? And this bone is parent it to the hand stretch. If I dissect the hand stretch, oh, it's parented to the upper arm, and this should be the lower, the arm, forearm. Yeah, okay, so that's what where we went wrong. Okay, this should be the forearm on the left side. Okay, so now, yes, so let's save this, and in here, let's reload our animation test. And yeah, now these bones are fixed. Cool. The power of links, because now in this file, I guess we had the same issue. I mean, you can't really see it because it didn't really turn the arms around, but how is this? Why are we constantly? Should stop unhiding those. Yeah, so just had the same issue, but next time I load this scene, this will be fixed. Cool. Also, somebody found a solution for just reloading linked objects without reloading the entire scene. That would be nice. All right. So we're gonna have a slightly shorter stream today, so that I can spend time rendering. And then the two things I'm gonna render are this loop is gonna full on render it with some motion blur as well, so that we can already check how that looks. And the second thing we're gonna render is this entire sequence with the rain, so that we can see how the rain looks. And then we can tweak from there, and I can kind of start presuming how things are gonna look. But I don't want to bore the stream with rendering this out. So yeah. But this already looks promising, right? So we have some falling rain here. This already looks nice. Yeah, I'm kind of already happy with this. Here we have the lights are kind of bleeding on the floor, but that's not that big of an issue for this test. Yeah. Can we do CGI animations in Blender? Yes. That's a weird question. That's all you can do in Blender. Or what do you mean? Can we do CGI animations? So CGI means computer generated images, right? So you're asking if we can do computer generated image animations in Blender. So if you could maybe explain what you mean by that, then I could answer. Yeah, so I think that's about it for this stream. How cool to see you're working on a real project. It's great to see how it really works and how pros work. Ah, thanks for sharing. Thank you, Tam. That's really nice to hear. Welcome to the stream. I have a lot of likes this stream. You guys are really blowing up the like button. Thanks. Alright, so chant is off. I have a new feature in my thingy. Poof. So, yeah. I want to thank everybody for watching this stream. I'm sorry I have to cut it a little bit short, but it will have results next time. We'll have cool renders, and I will tweak them a bit if the renders don't work out, and then I'll show you what I did in the next stream. So don't forget to my Patreon link is patreon.com/BenDied, and you can support me there if you want. And there are perks in there. For instance, if you want art review, I'm gonna start to make reviews of art pieces of people that want that. Or you can follow me on Twitter on @JantingGant. Yeah, and thanks for all the Patreons who support this channel. And I guess I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.